Alright guys, I know this has nothing to do with DJing, sorry. Because my channel is mainly about sound and lighting and DJ stuff. But today we're going to look at the 2005 Honda Odyssey that I've been driving for a while. It's got almost 200,000 miles on it. It runs really good. No oil leaks. But however, we had an air conditioner problem. And as you know, it's sunny out there, and it's in the 90s, so you can imagine that without air conditioner this early in the summer is not a good idea. So it's kind of like, get your stuff fixed, no big deal. So what it was doing is when you turn the fan on, the blower motor will shut off and turn back on anywhere between 8 to 10 seconds continuously. However, it did it with the AC, it did it with the heat, it also did it with the AC in the off position. So you'll hear and feel air come through the vents on this Honda randomly. I mean, it'll just every 8 to 10 seconds it'll turn off and then it'll come right back on. The bad thing about that is that it can actually short out your compressor in your car. A lot of manufacturers have started using a transistor, which is the problem with this car. It's a resistor. It's a HVAC blower motor resistor, and a lot of people, I mean, some manufacturers call it different, but it's kind of like a relay that pretty much tells the motor, the blower motor, when how fast you want to blow air coming out of the vents, or how slow, high, mid, low, 1, 2, 3, 4, however you want it. So I'm gonna show you something. So anyway, sorry it's a mess, but anyway, cool thing about it, there's a transistor inside this sensor, which I'm going to show you under the glove box here in a minute. But if I were to put it in the on position here, it's actually, I disconnected it already, but from low to number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the highest, that transistor creates a lot of heat. From the research I researched on the internet. So, you know, the slower you have it, the hotter the sensor gets. Basically, it's wear and tear on this system. Like I say, I got a lot of miles in this car. No point in trading it out because it works good. But anyway, let's go ahead and show you underneath the dash. Okay, here we are under the dash here. So it's right under the glove box. By the way, I was told that this is about 99.9% chance this is the problem, so the first thing we pretty much checked. This is what's unplugged. This little wire right here hanging down, yellowish green harness. But anyway, it was actually plugged right here. Okay, that's the resistor that's installed underneath the dash. Right here we have the blower motor, but that wasn't the problem here. It was actually the resistor. Typically they say replace both of these at the same time. Basically, my system is pretty clean because I changed the cabin filter on a regular basis. But anyway, you're going to pull out these two screws, and but first you got to take this sensor right back off, just like I did a second ago. I can't do this with one hand, so excuse me. Okay, we took the sensor off, and there's two 7mm bolts here, or you can use a Phillips screwdriver to basically take these two screws, one on the other side on the left. So we're going to take that out and then replace this part. On the other side there should be heat sinks. Whatever you do, do not do any what we call in Texas Southern engineering. In other words, I'm not going to say in this video because it's inappropriate, but do not run any type of external toggle switch or any type of wiring to make this fan work and bypass this, because you can catch your car on fire. So there's a reason why these manufacturers put these where the where air can get to it without it overheating and catching on fire. So let's go ahead and take that out. Alright guys, sorry about the shake in the camera, but after you get the screws out, basically this should just slide straight out, and there is a hole there. Alright, basically that's airflow, and that's for these heat sinks on this resistor. I was told it should be like 1500 ohms or something crazy like that, but anyway, yeah, this is the sensor here, and it gets really hot, so that's the reason why you see a heat sink here. So if you buy these and you buy an aftermarket one, make sure it does have a heat sink on it, because there's a reason why there's a heat sink. I see some cheap ones on the internet for like 20 bucks that don't have heat sinks, or have a really piss poor heat sink where it's just doesn't cool very well. It doesn't have these fins on here, and they overheat. So like I say, you don't want to go too cheap on this stuff. Though the dealer sells it for, the map is $208, but you can get it wholesale at the Honda dealer for your 2005 Odyssey for around 150 bucks. But there is an aftermarket one that's like $40 at AutoZone, so thought about trying that one out. I've seen them on eBay. But this one is actually made by Denso, so this is what the manufacturer, this is what Honda uses, a true Japanese part. Like I say, I have almost 200,000 miles on this car, so I mean, I pretty much got my money's worth to have this kind of a small problem. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get that part and let's get it installed. Alright you guys, we got the part out. This is what it looks like. It is a Denso brand, Japan. Pretty good. This part, like I say, goes for around like $208 at the dealership, down to as low as like $240. I went to AutoZone, picked one up for 40 bucks. Santec. I heard a lot of good things about it, so oh well, we'll try it out. If it don't work, then we just go back to the Denso. But yeah, here it is. This is the Denso. So let's put them side by side so I can show you what they look like. As you see here, the styrofoam was actually smushed in on this one, and this one's like brand new styrofoam. And we got the aluminum heat sinks on both of them. And see, air blows across this to keep it cool on these fins, so that way the sensor, the transistor won't overheat. But yeah, this is the old one. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in. I'll put the cover back on. Alright, it's gonna go right there in this hole. Alright, here we go. Put that last screw in there. Alright, and getting the last screw put in. And there we just tighten these little suckers in. I'm actually using a small Phillips screwdriver. There we go. There we go. Alright guys, we got it all screwed in there. Get the screw there. So all we gotta do is take the sensor and plug her in. And then it snaps. So let's go ahead and turn the car on and try it out. Let's hit the auto button. Alright, Hayden, get in, bro. Shut the door. Let all the windows up. She's a working, bro. It's already cold, isn't it? Here, turn that vent towards you. Oh, yeah. Well, guys, we're going to put the cover back on, and that'll be about it. Sorry, at the beginning of it, I should have told you, this is a cover that actually covers underneath the dash, or under the glove box here. And this is what protects all that garbage up under there to keep from people kicking it. So I'll show you how that goes on there. Alright, there are two rubber tabs here. You got this tab on the right, this tab on the left, and they're going to actually go one right here on the right, and the other one's right there on the left. And then you have these little tabs here, these little deals here that will snap in. So let's go ahead and put it in there. Nice and snug. There we go. And there's those little tabs. There's that one. There's that one. And there's one more. Yep, that's it. Alright guys, I do appreciate y'all watching this video. This is replacing the a transistor, resistor, whatever they want to call it, because I've seen it called transistor and resistor, and a 2005 Honda Odyssey. You can go search on the internet if this part will actually fit in your car. To my knowledge, 05 through, I believe, 2010 is what this will work on. But do appreciate y'all watching. Please subscribe, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook. And again, sorry for you DJs out there. This is not a DJ video. This is actually a video on this car. So typically this was a problem known on a lot of newer Hondas, 2001 and newer, since they went with this type of system. But anyway, y'all practice and enjoy, and peace.